Sales has kind of gone crazy. We've had this argument for years, and we'll probably have this argument forever about efficiency versus effectiveness. And with the advent of CRM taking over the world and sales being moved more from the outside into the inside, and the focus being on these dashboards that the CRM creates, what's happening is managers are completely focused on the dashboards. They think these metrics, these KPIs, are what matters in sales. I'm here to tell you there's one KPI that matters. It's revenue. That's the only one that matters. It doesn't matter how many phone calls you make a day, how many emails. If you blow your number away, that's fantastic. And it always has been, and it always will be. But it doesn't mean that these aren't valuable. And there's a trade-off here, a balance that needs to be put into place. And KPIs are important. And we do need to kind of take an idea of what is the outcome that we want and work backwards through our funnel, whatever representation of the funnel you have. Some people want to flip it upside down and make it all about the customer and have them recommend you. That may be your market and that may work for you. Regardless, we have to work backwards from what is the outcome that we want to how do we create it? What are those elements? What are those KPIs? And the KPIs, they do have meaning. But let me tell you, as a sales manager, as soon as you tell your reps what the KPIs are and how you're evaluating them, they will do exactly that. But not really. They will pretend they're doing it. And you know what? They'll do exactly what you're doing to your manager and what your manager's doing to the board of directors. They're all faking it. And that's the secret of this. It becomes office space. It becomes the bullshit of life, and you can either believe it or not. It doesn't matter. It's the truth. I've seen it for 25 years. Everyone does it. And instead of really focusing on what matters, the effectiveness, they focus on the efficiency. And we're going so far in this direction today, it's ridiculous. With all the automation, because automation cannot increase effectiveness. Automation can only increase efficiency. Effectiveness is the art of sales. Efficiency is the science of sales. You need both. You do. You really do. But we really need to remember, what is the outcome we want? Because here we are, either at the beginning or the ending of a quarter, and what the company really wants, what the shareholders, the board of directors really want is the outcome. They don't really care how you get to it as long as it's in an ethical, moral manner and repeatable, preferably. And we keep forgetting that on the other end of those emails, those phone calls, are people who you are trying to help with our product, people we're trying to work with, people who we're trying to get them their outcome. So we need to focus on really the balance between efficiency and effectiveness. You cannot be efficient with people. You can only be effective with people. And I do a whole series on this on the podcast with the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Salespeople, and applying that book to sales and what you really need to be effective in sales. The efficiency is easy. We can have the dashboards, but you know what? It doesn't get us the effectiveness, the outcome that we want, which is revenue. We think it does. We think we can work backwards to the number of demos, the number of phone calls, the number of emails, the number of leads. It doesn't work. Everyone makes it look like it works because everyone wants to think it works. But anybody who's really been in it knows that all gets thrown away at the end of the quarter, and all anyone cares about is what is really effective in getting the deal. So be careful what you measure, because what you measure you will get. As a manager, don't tell your reps what you're measuring. Figure out what you need to measure. Get them focused on what they feel will be effective, what you think will be effective. Work with them. As reps, instead of working on KPIs, work on habits. What are the habits that are going to get you towards the effectiveness of blowing your number away? Helping your clients, going deeper with them, thinking like they think, preparing, preventing things from going wrong, and working towards a balance of the science of sales versus the art. You can't have one without the other. The artisan of sales doesn't scale. and the science of sales doesn't close. If this all makes sense to you, check out the podcast, The Brutal Truth About Sales and Selling, on iTunes. If you like this, please like it, comment, and share it. Thanks for watching.